Hello. This is my first thing on Photoshop, I guess. So, how about we get started? I'm going to introduce y'all the tools along the left, and including some other things. So, let's open up a new canvas, and let's start out with 500 pixels by 500. Right here, 500 by 500, and let's click OK. Okay, the first thing you want to know about this is that, this is, I think, it's as your default whenever you first open up Photoshop, but this is your move tool, and it pretty much lets you move around stuff like this. Just like draw over that, click the move tool, and you can move it around. That's pretty much what it does. Okay, next thing, you have the rectangular mark key. You hold it down if you want to see what else there is. It pops out the elliptical, and these are the only two I use, elliptical and rectangular. I usually don't mess around with the single rows because I'm not familiar with it. And other stuff that I've done, I haven't used it, or been needed to use it. Okay, next thing. This is your lasso, polygonal, magnetic tool. These things are your selection tools, same as the quick selection and magic wand. And I'll go through some examples with them later on, but I'm just going to tell you what they do, just to show you examples and my other tips. This is your crop tool, as people might know it as. Pretty simple, I guess. Whatever you select around, whatever you select, it crops it out. Like this. Alt backspace to have your foreground to be the background. So you want to crop out this, you say check. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. But, this is your eyedropper. I only use the eyedropper. I don't use any of these, as far as I know. I don't. But the eyedropper lets you just, what I just did, yeah. It just sucks up the color that you want, pretty much. Healing brush tool. I use the patch tool, but I don't use spot healing or healing brush. Red eye would be used for pictures, like portraits and stuff. Like, let's say you take a picture and your eyes become red because of the camera. You would use that red eye tool. It works pretty well, I guess. I've only used it like once or twice, but it worked pretty well. This is your brush. You get the paint, pretty much paintbrush. Get the paint stuff on it. My brush is kind of screwed up right now because I have my spacing on. And that probably be one too. Okay. Yeah, had spacing on. Okay. It should be a lot smoother. There you go. Okay, yeah, this is for painting and stuff. And you have your pencil. I don't use that, and I've used the mixture brush. It's pretty cool if you're with CS5. Y'all don't have it for CS4 yet. But mixture brush, it pretty much a blending brush. It's pretty cool. This is your clone stamp. I'll go into further detail with that. And then the rest is eraser. We don't usually use history brush because it's weird. Here's your eraser. You have background eraser, magic eraser. Then you have your paint bucket and your gradient tool. Then you have your blur and all the rest of these things, and you have your text tool. I'll go through with you all the rest of these later, but yeah, this is it. This is how we do it. Yeah. So yeah, this is how you do it. Those are the introduction to tools and stuff, and then you have all this, and I'll post random tutorials on different things on how to make So yeah, that's me.